Yeah, that's also the biggest question mark for me, I think. The last Quinn Huskar game that comes to mind is the game at TI, what is that, 12 main stage, where poor old, what's his name, Lanham, is doing the interview while Gaimin Gladiators.
Oh, the first blood, right? They were like, he was saying he's really confident with the draft, and then they're getting like 3 kills right away. And
then Quinn hits like a 4-hero inner fire, and they dive the tower. Yeah, that was that's the like whenever I see this hero now with Quinn, that is permanently the moment I will always associate him. Even if they didn't win that TI, they weren't the best team at TI. It was Spirit by a mile, but obviously it's just hard not to think about that moment here and tie that identity here to Quinn for the time being. But I agree with you. I have a feeling like of the Spirit matchup, Storm, especially with his facet, he might be all right, right? He might get away with this.
I mean, obviously they feel like Huskar can dominate, right? That's the reason why they picked it.
Yeah.
I mean, the silence is very nice against Storm, you know, the inner fire silence. So maybe it has something to do with that. You can use it to bully him in the lane early on. Because I have not seen this matchup too much. Maybe I've seen it like once or twice, I don't remember. So I don't know. But if he's picking it knowingly into the Storm, he must know that something we don't, right?
Yeah, I'm taking a look at this hero.
Okay, he's gonna take a lot of damage here.
That he is. Watson throws the stun, should be at least half HP, maybe if not more. As the boar is going in for the body blocks, will force out the fairy fire. They really want this first blood, but they're just going to be shy here. Hawk is out now. Okay, there's going to be that tree bounce trick shot.
Creeps. No one's hitting creeps. They're just hitting heroes.
Nobody is hitting creeps. Watson kills the boar. Blood grenade back the other way now. All of a sudden, Watson, he finds himself the one falling for first blood, goes to Shiba instead. And that is quite the start all of a sudden for AVULUS.
Yeah, I'm surprised they committed so hard for the Hu Wing though. I felt like it was a very low percentage play to kill him. They even threw the blood grenade at him. And he kind of, you know, made Watson go out of position to do all that damage, and then it wasn't even worth it in the end of the day. And now Steve on the Beastmaster. He's going to be really happy with what happened in the lane so far. He has a null talisman. Holy! He bought a null right away with the money.
He's investing in his future. Getting that mana ready to go. More stats.
It feels like the present, you know. Investing in the future, I think it's more appropriate for an item like Midas.
Sure. I think that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Right away you're getting the mana regen so you can use your spells more.
Well, speaking of investing, we did go for Devil's Bargain as well over on the opposite lane here for the Doom. So I'm curious if Ace is ever going to see any shenanigans here, selling a Midas, refreshing drum charges, anything like this, right?
He was doing the same build as Amma yesterday when I watched him play Doom. So I think he also feels like this is the way to go with the hero. Don't buy Midas, just go drums. Face boost drums, I mean you start with a bracer, then after that you go either BKB rush or you go SNY.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's very strange. Right? All of a sudden, the build altered so much. It moved away from the Midas just because they nerfed. I don't know how much the nerf even, you know, started this trend. You know, they nerfed the innate so the spells don't get the bonus 15% damage, which I didn't even know was a thing. You know, I thought it was just right click. You know? And now people are buying SNY so that they can chase and right click people to abuse the 15% right bonus damage.
Right. I'm running through it now. Yeah, I see it a little bit here. I see Raven going for this build. Fortnite Man as well. He's given this a shot. They were quick to add him to Dota2 Pro Tracker.
Yeah,
love to see it for him.
You can also change it to Kaya plus Sanj, you know.
Yeah, 33's done it as well, so he's buying in. Fair enough.
I think it's also really based on matchup and items. You know, if enemy has a lot of Lincoln Lotus, then it's good to have the faster cast time on Doom. I mean, the hero is definitely very fun to watch right now with all these very different itemizations on the hero. And
I never really thought we'd see the day with that kind of item on him, to be honest.
Look at Quinn.
Oh, he's diving. Quinn's diving. He's in deep. He's going to the tier 2 tower. Okay. Look at this.
Okay, so
you bully.
This matchup is also actually pretty bad, apparently.
Yeah, especially if he can't get control of either of these water runes. He's going to have to take the scenic path into the jungle as Shibe deciding on whether to help the support or kill the enemy support. It's the two, you know, the devil and the angel on the wings. That was a good tree cut there, wasn't it? From Watson. He's taking a lot of damage here. He's going to be fine.
He needs to be careful about like committing, you know. You can just charge up a stun, throw a stun, and just not right click, because the last couple of exchanges, he's been like stunning and he's going in, you know, to right click. So in the process, he's like taking a lot of damage from the ball, the acorn shot, and everything else, you know. So I'm not sure if that's what he wants, you know.
Stormer is jungling at level 4, so that should say something about how well he thinks he'll fare in lane versus Quinn.
Oh my god, the acorn shot. So annoying in the lane. Like, how's our Brute doing actually? Our Brute's doing pretty well. 21.
Good. Yeah. So is Doom though. Ace is doing just dandy down here. Neko, he's been getting away with experience, so he can be happy about that at the very least. I think that's always the thing you really want on this Phoenix hero. Experience and making sure your core doesn't die.
Yeah, possibly the greediest position 5 hero on top of my head now. Yeah, at least one of the greediest for sure. Ace, they're trying to commit onto Smiling Light here. Shadow
yeah,
Realm.
they're gonna go bottom. He's got that insatiable hunger. He's trying to fight through it as Tofu is zoned away by Seneko. Plenty of spells to be thrown here. Ultimately, Brood lives, but it's still a while until he's got that insatiable ready to go for the lifesteal. And Aces has the chainmail delivered, so he's going to become very difficult to fight. As if he isn't already. Careful for that Shadow Realm projectile incoming from the trees. Not enough to nuke down Smiley Knight, but there's enough to get him off of the creep wave here. Look at Seneko go, just blasting away with the fire spirits. Which facet did he take? I didn't pay attention to this the first game we casted of him. He does go for Dying Light as well in lane here, so he's doing a little bit of the dips as you call it, right?
Yeah, it's just a better laning ability, and he's gonna use dive to pick up the Lotus. Very nicely done, but good Bramble here. Tofu catches him.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. He's also tries to go to the Roche pit, but it's at night. There's no Roshan here to deny you.
Quinn's TPing. Top lane, they get the kill on a Celery. Shibe, he's going to be next. First life break of the game into the silence. Shibe already has no way out. That was a really nice life break as it pushed him basically into a corner. But honestly, Watson really needed that gank. 17 and 1's not awful, but just the deny. I think I saw 16 denies on the Beastmaster is trouble for Watson. He's even kind of getting his butt kicked by the boars.
His lane is going really, really poorly for the out.
Here's Stormer. He's going to try and open up his game.
Queen has to come up top, you know, to kill the beast. Then he gave like Stormer a lot of time to recover. You know, look at his net worth. He's not really that far behind, you know, compared to the Huskar.
Oh, and they see the courier. They're going to want to kill this courier first. That's the power tread, stealing the stack as well.
The stack.
Pretty much, and that's an Alk's favorite camp, isn't it? Those ancient, sorry, not the ancient, just the mud golems.
But this is bad. This is real bad news.
Pulls double duty as well, doesn't it, right? You steal and you yoink away farm from the Alchemist, but you also recover your Storm.
Hey, he's not even behind anymore, you know, like, he's just a couple hundred goals. I think given the matchup, this is like fine, you know.
Oh, I agree. All I'm saying is that he can use any kind of bit he can get, considering that he was out of lane since level 4.
Sure.
This boar poison. Oh my goodness, out from Shibe. Stormer's nearby as well, and he's just gonna die. Stormer, he's gonna get his second charge here of the what's that thing called? His new innate.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the one.
He has 1.2 mana regen now.
Adds up. You got Seneko as well.
Always nice to get all these early game kills.
Oh, this might be a little too deep though from Stormer, presumably. Doesn't really have a whole lot of mana to play with here. Trying to chug the bottle. No TP either. Stormer. Not sure how we ended up in this predicament, but he's going to try and still escape across the trees. He's breaking vision. Watson ends up stunning himself. They get the kill onto Saneko, as Tofu had to use that ward he had down planted to forward the kill. A good effort there, trying to kill himself there to the camp, but Celery with 5 stacks of the poison has the kill.
Yeah, I think he just needed to run away because he had no TP score, right? I think he was just trying to find more stacks because he had a little bit mana and he wanted to, unfortunately, just way too much, right? Way too greedy.
Yep, now Quinn's finding the stack. You got Smiley Knight rotating from the bottom lane, eager to boot him out. Quinn's already taken a few of the creeps, unfortunately. And Zeki will de-ward.
Maybe with everything happening here, all those rotations, Doom is the one that's really happy sitting in lane just farming. He's like the happy lad in the lane, just free farming.
Man, you've got like Tofu so deep in this jungle now for a while. He's setting up behind, planting some wards, just looking to be as annoying as possible. So he does find Saneko. Stone's going to come through, but unfortunately the brambles weren't up in time. So Quinn, if he goes for this, it'd be a bit of a dive. Decides against it. Maybe thinking about finding the Phoenix behind the tower, and I think he will. Yeah, he will. Patience pays off here for Quinn. That'll be, what, the second kill, I believe, now for Quinn in this game on the Huskar. Starting to really ramp up.
I think overall, still, the game is still going okay, you know, for AVULUS. I mean, Storm is not really that far behind. He's actually in a really good spot. Beastmaster is top net worth, going for the Aghanim's build. But Quinn, another life break, another kill.
Another kill. Stormstormer's got the haste active. He did zip on over to that.
They got the rune, you know. It's worth it.
Out of the hands of the Huskar, basically.
Yeah, so I was going to the Aghanims on the Beastmaster. I guess the idea here is because you have a safe lane Brood, you kind of need to be another carry as well on the off lane. Because the Brood alone might not be enough. So Aghanims is your greediest item that gives you the most scaling.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the timings of this Brood carry? Like, what are we to expect this hero to do, you know?
I'm not sure about the exact timings. This is a hero I don't really understand a lot. I know the build, you go Orchid, then you go BKB, you just keep fighting. And I know the longer the game goes, your scaling is pretty good with the talent, you know, when you get your 20 and 25. But in the early game, the talents are like, it's okay, you know, they're web talents. So you get more control over the map. You can commute mid to top to bottom.
Commute.
Yeah. Commute.
Yeah, you know, mostly Broodmother's a work from home kind of lady, but every now and then she still has to go into the office.
Well,
make it a bit easier.
You can put your webs everywhere, right? So technically, everywhere is home. Or anywhere is home as long as you have web chargers.
That's true.
You're always working from home.
Do you think that Broodmother has a embroidered pillow in her house that says "Home is where the webs are"?
I am pretty sure I bought her one.
That's very nice. They're gonna go on to Ace down bottom in the meantime. Ace, yeah, no way out of this for him, as the gank opposite now is gonna be on to Shibe.
He knows.
He realizes what's going on. I don't know if he makes it out in time, though.
Get caught by the bramble.
Willow, yeah, catching him is guaranteed twice now in these brambles into the Terrorize. He's pretty fast, though, to be honest. Watson ends up sunning himself up again. All of a sudden, he finds himself a Tofu who is in this kind of well area. Tofu getting a lot of harass now from the TPs. Down bottom, by the way, this entire time, they've managed to... Oh my god, I thought Tofu was going to die. They have managed to take down that tier 1 tower, as Tofu nearly drops to that trick shot.
Yeah, and now Brood is going to invade and take over the Ancients. This is the power of the Brood early on. Something like a carry Bristleback where you can just run in and contest the enemy Ancients. Take farm away from them.
Yeah, and I don't really think Gaimin Gladiators are so great at catching a Brood either. You know, they don't have like such a great combo.
Yeah, that is very true. Against Brood, if you don't have any jump hero like Storm, Clockwork, anything to give vision, it's normally very difficult to catch her.
Like who is Brood gonna be afraid of? Because I don't think she's really afraid of any one hero.
Purge.
Yeah, well, Shadow Demon.
Doom.
She doesn't want to get purged. She doesn't want to get disrupted. And then like everything else, you got to expect.
Bro, Doom.
Okay. Yes. But what I mean is, like, you know, sometimes there are some heroes where it's, you know, you have to respect them, right? And in this case, you've been on a few. He's got to respect his Doom. He's got no choice now. He'll die to it.
This is fine. He took a Doom. He took a Purge. Whatever, you know. His teammates, they were looking for Watson, I think. They're on the side of the map here.
Yep, they're in the food street.
14-minute Wisdom. Smiling Knight wants to be smiling after this. If he picks up the root.
He does. It's gonna be kind of hard here. Maybe if he put the spiders on top of himself. He's gonna go for it. And he actually reaches Celery. He's just not gonna be fast enough here. And this TP is taking forever from Quinn, scouted by the Spiderling, so Smiling Knight is just going to run out of here.
That's a pretty big deal for SD and Willow. They're going to be very sad not getting the Wisdom Rune. And so far, the game's going pretty good for AVULUS. I mean, Alchemist has already recovered top net worth now, but still not the position he wants to be in yet. It's not enough yet. He still needs a few more minutes of alone time to get the net worth going up.
I mean, his team's doing a pretty good job of pushing without him. You got this Beastmaster about to finish up his Ag Scepter. Watson is the hero, I guess, this game that has had an unusually slow start. He's still keeping pace with everyone else, but as an Alch, usually you expect him to outpace everyone else. But this Radiance is online soon.
You kind of want to have your Radiance and Soul Ring at this point. 14, 15 minutes. Like, if it's a really good game, you usually have it at 12, you know.
Yeah, he's been kind of struggling, and this team hasn't really had that, like, extra, you know, timing to fight around here. Quinn's been doing a great job farming as well. He's had his armlet for a while, and he's actually just 600-700 gold now from his BKB. So that will be a big reveal, honestly. Like, what's the solution to this Huskar, generally speaking? Because I don't think it's going to be Brood with Orchid. I mean, maybe it is Brood with Orchid.
Vessel?
What do I know?
Sonic's building a Vessel. I think the Vessel will be an answer. But his BKB is already going to be up.
Eki, you madman. Eki's going to look for the solo kill here. You know, actually almost got him. If he landed the Bushwhack, Quinn looking very low for HP here. Smiling Knight jumps on in. Second bout of Spiderling's thrown. It's not good enough for the kill as Ace rotates on through. They've got the Fear, the Terrorize onto Smiley Knight as what was initially just a pick-off attempt goes extremely wrong.
Yeah, but they are making the best out of this. They know that Gaimin TP a lot of heroes bot, so they immediately go for the Roshan with the Agrims on the Beast. I think this is making the best out of their situation. Yeah, this is a very good play by AVULUS. It's also unlucky that they didn't get the kill there. They missed the Bushwhack. But I think overall they are not too sad about it, getting the Aegis on Storm.
Sure. Yeah, a bit unfortunate for sure, but is what it is. But as you say, they make the best of that space. Roshan has fallen. Aegis into the inventory of Stormstormer. Winter, probably one of the best early Aegis carriers in the game, if not the best. He just makes such good use of an Aegis.
Is Leshrac the best?
Yeah, Lesh is pretty good with it too, isn't he? Because basically you want heroes that can use both the HP and the mana, right? And just immediately keep fighting. And you're right, Lesh, I think, fits that as well. Who have just a ton of damage. Tons of damage. Can't really think of...
Time to go. Amplify a damage rune on the Storm.
Ooh, that's nice. Orchid as well, ready for Smiley Knight.
He bought the shot after the Kaya. I like this.
There is active. Who's going to be the target here? Who can they realistically catch? As he's going to actually just break smoke to D-word here, unfortunately. So luckily, no one is going to be the target here. Haven't seen anyone hit by this Orchid yet either from Smiley Knight. You've got these heroes for Gaimin Gladiators in reserve, ready to fight Quinn. He has his BKB finished. Whether or not he really wants to use it here into this amplified damage Aegis Storm, it's a whole other question. They're starting to TP some heroes back, though, as the glyph has been utilized already. Ace is mid lane. There's going to be that initial Orchid. Just onto Tofu. Storm's in these trees here, sitting, waiting patiently. He doesn't have the BKB either, so he can't go too crazy here, can he? In the meantime, Watson...
I think he wants to wait for the BKB, but the Storm wants to... He still wants to fight with the Arcane Rune, for sure. The Storm and the Beast. The Beast is going for a dagger. I feel like... maybe I would have preferred a more aura-based build here. Like the pipe, you know, against the Radiant. I guess with the dagger, it might signal that he wants to get a BKB later. Because if you don't get pipe now, you're not getting pipe.
Yeah, I see that. Chemical Rage active. They're looking for a hero. They've caught the Neko. Jump back on it, but actually the Hoof Stomp, it's going to catch Stormer, who eats the Doom. He can't believe his luck. They don't have anything for the second life, but a fortuitous Hoof Stomp, sorry, War Stomp from the Doom sets up for the kill. That was just for Soneko, really. Wow. Can't believe it.
Christmas came early, you know, for Ace.
Yeah, he was drinking out of that Starbucks Christmas cup and can't believe what he found at the bottom of it. It was a storm.
Well, now AVULUS, they are still going to be able to pressure here. I think they're still pretty strong, even without the Aegis. I mean, Beastmaster with the daggers. If he sees one hero, he's going to kill that hero. Blink,
and there's no Doom either. Roar, Drums of Slom going hard. They find the kill. Quinn, he's gone in pretty deep here, and he can't win this fight. The spiders, they tear him up. They eat him alive. Watson, he can't go in too far either here. Chemical Rage active. Celery's going to get dove. And Stormer makes the jump on out. They've lost Eki. They've lost the cover of the Supernova as well, but they will be leaving with 2 core kills, and killing Quinn through that first BKB is pretty massive.
Yeah. Gladiators, I think, didn't expect that move. They were kind of like just chilling, you know, farming the creeps, you know. I don't think they expected AVULUS to kind of mount an offensive there after losing the Aegis, and they kind of figured that maybe they're going to go back and finish their BKBs, but it was in the end a really good move, like you said, because there's no Doom, right? They use Doom to take away the Aegis, so Gladiators actually missing a key component of their team fight.
Yeah, definitely. Sharpshooter coming in clutch there for Eki to nuke down Quinn, making sure he couldn't armlet toggle with that.
The spiders actually basically killed him, you know, the spiderling. He has to be very careful about that.
Was a lot of spiderlings, that is true. Yeah, it really does add up.
I mean, in the past, you can kind of disarm them, but now because it's a silence, so you're actually vulnerable to all this.
On the spiders. Inner fire, right?
Yeah.
Stormer. Runs into Tofu. Stormer's not really sure what's going on here. I think he literally ran into him.
Does he know?
Okay. Wisdom Rune picked up. Tofu looks for a kill, but there's a blink on Shibe. Forgot to...
That was a good attempt.
And they don't have enough damage here. Okay, that's fine. Nothing lost, really, right? Just a little terrorize cooldown.
Yeah, but I feel like he could have killed him, you know, if he landed the Bramble there. So it was an overall really good attempt. And Quinn here back to farming. He's gonna get his Satanic next. Eventually,
Watson's
gonna need an armor item against this brute.
True, and Watson's building that armor item. He's almost got his 3rd item. Very standard.
Did he get the armor? Oh yeah, he got the armor talent as well. The acid spray armor.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be very good against the brute.
I was talking about AC, but you're completely right about that. AC's getting queued up a little bit. Well, that's yeah. Even more armor. Anything else? Are we going to see like Shivas? Yes, we will see a Shivas. That's from Ace. Finished relatively soon. Always forget how expensive this recipe is now.
It used to be cheap, and then it got nerfed.
Oh yeah, I mean, trust me, it needed to be changed, but I'm still used to pipe being the expensive recipe, and that's no longer the case, is it?
I'm pretty sure it was like 1,000 gold or even less, you know, in the beginning.
It was far too cheap. Yeah, it was far too cheap.
Smoke.
Yeah, he's gonna break the smoke force. So Neko is just going in. Ace goes in completely by himself. Roared, hexed, and killed. Sorry, not hexed. I meant silence. No chance out for him. Supernova is gonna be dropped early. That does force back Gaimin Gladiators, who might be fine to just let the push come and go a second time when the Doom respawns. AVULUS kind of used a lot there.
Yeah, that was actually a really bold move there by the Doom. I think without a BKB, that move is really difficult. If you don't get your jump correctly, you're just gonna die, you know. I feel like at this point, it might actually be better to to play second initiator. Just let the Elk, because the Elk has the BKB rifle and the Huskar. Just let him go first, especially the Elk, because Elk has BKB dagger. BKB, pop your stun, go in, find a target, and then the Doom just waits. I think he just needs to wait to Doom either the Storm or the Brute.
Sure. I actually think maybe Ace was caught off guard there, because the initial engagement after Eki was scouted was Phoenix just all of a sudden Sunraying the Alchemist, so to keep his blink on cooldown, right? And all of a sudden he's saying, guys, I can't blink, I need to drop back, and Ace is running in. By that time he's committed the blink, it's too late.
That was
a heads-up play there by Seneko.
Yeah, that was a very important small little detail there, because the Elk couldn't blink, right? So then maybe Ace felt like he needs to be the one to go and try to open the fight.
Sure. And that would make a lot more sense, because when I saw Seneko just Sunray like that, I went, whoa, dude, you're crazy. But really, he's kind of identifying that condition like you're saying, right? Ace can't do it by himself right now, and that's apparently clear after this fight.
I mean, I don't know if he actually thought about that in advance.
You think Seneko just sees enemy, just Sunray's enemy?
I think he didn't think about the part where if the Doom has to initiate, then it'll be really bad for his team. It's more like an instant reaction, because the first hero you see, Elk has dagger. That's it.
Yeah.
Root, running in, running out. Oh no, the Spider Celery run!
Okay, they're going to take Quinn across the river. They almost left him in the river. Violent Knight forced to BKB TP away. They will doom him.
Is he going to die?
I believe he lives from that HP. Is he?
The Purge actually.
Oh, the Purge. Yeah, I didn't catch that Purge. Oh, he's close. He would have lived if it weren't for that darn Purge.
That was crazy that they actually committed to kill him. And now can they actually get even more out of the map? They can get this tower. Roche is going to spawn in a minute, so they won't have Roche yet. So lucky for Smiling Knight, that death is not going to be punished by losing Roshan.
Nope, not quite yet. It is going to give up a lot of the map that he's been fighting for, though. It's been well, actually never this game have we seen GG kind of push beyond this, this tier 1 tower ever since like lanes ended. But only a 3k net worth lead now, building on Watson. Other than that, it's been perfectly even, as there's going to be that BKB ready to go, by the way, for the Beastmaster.
Yeah, the Beastmaster is actually going to be very, very strong right now. He might actually be the best Doom target here. I know I mentioned he either wants to Doom the Storm or the Brute, but with the Beast having Aghanims and BKB now, if you don't Doom him, you might have a very hard time killing him, you know. So you probably have to consider Dooming him as well.
Whoa, he just went through the gate. He did send his 2 boards through first, but a fairly risky move, honestly. The supports will follow suit.
They have a ward down here, Richie, so
they do.
Maybe they think they are safe.
Well, doesn't really show them the full picture. They got that tier 1 tower up, as they will be kicking off a fight now. Sunray activated. Watson, he's going to have to, you know, basically get aggroed to that. That's half his BKB duration. In the meantime, he's lost Quinn. Quinn's gone down. Shibe got the kill onto him. Watson, he no longer has a second core to play with. And if they have a stun, they do. The Vortex through the Chemical Rage. That is going to be a death on Watson. I didn't see that jump, honestly, onto Quinn, but it was perfectly executed by AVULUS, who had split the attention to Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, Quinn, like I said, you know, he doesn't have the armor item, so he's very vulnerable to the right-click damage from the Brute and the Beastmaster there. And also very good, I felt like it was a really good egg, even though he died, because he kind of forced the Elk to pop BKB to kill him. If he didn't egg right away, he would have got stunned by the Curse Crown and the Unstable Concoction, and that's it, you know. But instead, he forced them to BKB to kill him, and in the end, Watson had to die, you know, because his BKB ran out, and then he took the secondary fight without a BKB, and that was the end of him.
I'm honestly shocked at how quick Quinn dies here to the right-click damage. Honestly, it's a lot of Drums of Slum and Hoodwink. I mean, the only person doing right-click damage there was the Beast and his summons, and an Acorn shot. Other than that, it was just...
I mean, he has no armor items, right, apart from the Dragon Skill and the armor you get from Amulet, which is not that much, you know. You have 11 armor, basically, against the Brute, the Beast. It's not enough.
Heals up to here, this time no way back out. Quinn's going to take just a little bit of damage from that Bushwhack combo. Full Satanic ready to go this time around for Quinn. Last time roared up, he couldn't actually activate it and get any auto attacks for the lifesteal. We also have this Vessel online, right? So, you know, as soon as BKB is up, we'll have some troubles here with lifesteal. Especially because I think there's a Shiva's queued. Did I see a Shiva's queued by any of these AVULUS heroes?
Storm? I think Storm's flying.
Yes, he is. Further regen reduction incoming. Storm, looking for some trouble here. Ramble Maze set up. Doom interrupted, actually. And now the Terrorize ignored by the dual BKBs. He's going to pop there. Ace dies in the river. Watson, he picked up the Amplified Damage Rune in the bottom river spawn, though.
What were they thinking, Richie? The Storm had Aegis anyway. If they committed Doom, say they committed Doom.
Yeah.
I feel like he's still gonna die. The Doom is gonna... It's a one-way ticket in, you know. He goes in, he's not gonna come out because he has no BKB.
But maybe they're happy to trade at least Aegis for Doom and the Doom himself. You know, the ability and hero.
I don't know if that's even worth it, you know. If you trade a Doom for the Aegis, the Storm dies, and then what? The other 4 heroes can still chase your team, you know, because the Storm is up, you know, with Aegis and you have no Doom. So I felt like it was gonna be a bad situation no matter what.
All right. Well, we'll see what it turns into. I gotta say, we gotta see Watson, I think, make a big entrance into this fight, or Gaimin had to enable him to do something here.
To enter the game, you know, I feel like so far we still haven't really seen the Almiro.
No, I haven't felt the impact. Oh my goodness, Quinn is Spiderling a hater. Okay,
AC is about done, you know. They need to go with this AC and level 20 on L. I have to go and try and do something. Maybe they should also wait out the Aegis.
The Aegis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait Ace's BKB, that's up in 50 gold. No need to push things really hard now. I mean, things are getting a little scary though, right? Items continue coming through for the side of AVULUS. They're about to hit quite a few timings here as well. We're still pretty far from AC, but Shibe is going to try and build one up here as well. So already got that plate mail ready to go on it. We see Shiva's activated now by Stormer in the mid lane for the first time. Got a Vessel ready to go for Seneko, and this Kanda finish for Smiley Knight as he goes into Linken's. Eul Scepter here now.
For the Storm again.
Onto the Storm. They're gonna... Did they do him? No, they didn't this time around. Ace falling back. Ace forced to pop the BKB, and now that's the jump in from Quinn, but it's avoided. Storm makes the jump in. He actually finds Seller. He doesn't have enough damage for the kill. Does pop the BKB now on the Storm Spirit. He has Gem in deck as well. That's Watson. He's kind of being kited in this fight, trying to take down the egg, but it's protected by the Bushwhack. Quinn, he has to sacrifice himself to take down the egg. Stormer dies, but that's only the Aegis. And this fight's already over for Gaimin Gladiators.
That must be some serious communication breakdown there, you know. The Elk going for the egg, the Huskar chasing the Storm, the Doom chasing the Storm. They were not going on the same heroes, you know. And it's paying a very, very big price there. Losing both of your cores, the Elk and the Huskar. I mean, this is looking like Gladiators. They're not really sure how to take the team fights. Like, who are they supposed to go on?
It seems to me like what's difficult for them is that their team fight's not very clear, right? There's not like an ABC step here. Whereas for AVULUS, they just fight around egg every time and it seems to work out.
I feel like it's actually not that complicated, you know. They just go together, wait for the Elk to jump someone. Doom just wait. And just commit to either dooming the Beast or the Storm. Or even the Brood, depending on your own call. Just let the Elk go in, create a distraction, and see how the fight plays out. You have the shard from the SD to save him, you have the Solar Crest. I don't think that's very complicated. Like, Doom just needs to chill. I think they just need to be on the same page, you know. It just felt like they were all over the place. Watson wanted to do his own thing. Doom and Huskar kind of doing their own thing as well. They're not like playing together as a team.
Sure. Do you think... I mean, I don't want to like draw comparisons like this, but like, how do you think this fight looks different with like a Dyrachyo-like carry? You know, because Watson Dyrachyo, very different kind of
dangerous question, Richie. Dangerous.
I mean, I know, but I have to ask the question because Gaimin, they've had the same roster for 2 full years at this point. I think even a bit longer. So those habits are hard to break, right? So if Ace is used to playing with a different kind of a carry,
it's gonna take time, you know. They need time.
Of course. I'm not saying this is an easy win. I want to make that clear, but I think it just at least is worth examining, you know, these kinds of...
Imagine if you're having Nasi Lemak your whole life, you know, and all of a sudden, I tell you, you no longer can have Nasi Lemak. You have to change your breakfast to burritos.
Hey!
It's gonna take some time, right? For you to
I'm gonna say delicioso. I'm gonna say yum, yum, yum. I'm gonna say dame dos. Give me 2.
Okay, maybe burritos is not a very good... not a very good replacement. I need something else that you actually don't want to eat.
Dude, I'll eat anything. I've been here for 5 years. Except... Play from AVULUS though. Level 20 talent on Storm. Gem on deck. I was afraid he was going to lose it last time. But he has been playing a pretty strong game here, Stormstormer. Not impeded that much here by Quinn's Huskars. They immediately make the jump onto him. Instead, now Celery, he's going to get jumped instead. Jibe activates the roar. BKB active. Quinn jumps on over to him. Staneko now up on the high ground. Watson, he's going to blink on in. But the rest of the team, they're already running away. BKB's active all around now by Gaimin, but they might just barely make it up to the high ground. Okay. Ace tanks at least the sharpshooter. Watson, he doesn't have BKB anymore, and he's not even going to make it up to the high ground either. Stormstormer was holding on to the BKB. He's got 19 galvanized charges, recovering mana here quite quickly. As Quinn crawling back up to the high ground here to safety.
I mean, the team fights are just so messy, you know, from the Gladiators. Everyone's backing. Again, you know, Watson decides, nope, I'm going in. And has to die. Has to die for his sins, you know. They're just really struggling to kind of communicate how they are going to take the team fight.
Got a banner here as well. Someone's got to take that thing down.
Like who? Who can actually?
Willow, one auto attack at a time from the Shadow Realm. I don't know. There they go. They finally get the wave away from the banner, but the barracks are exposed. No fortify remains here for Gaimin. Oh, as there's going to be a quick jump in. Wow. Yep, that's a nice kill there, Quinn. Okay, they may catch the Storm Spirit here, who's low on mana. He's an Arcane Root in the roar! Shippy just jumps and kills him. Smiling Knight with the killing blow there. That's Quinn dead for 70 seconds. No buyback available here. Watson's respawning. They're going to need a big play, but AVULUS, they won't give him the opportunity. There's only one tier 2 tower down. They got to do their due diligence, get the other outer towers before they can continue the siege.
Oh, this is looking really, really rough for the Gladiators. Their window is really, really closing shut right now. Watson is still deciding that he wants to go here. His Radiance is off. He's hiding in the smoke.
He's kind of alone. They might make the jump in. Charging up that unstable concoction. Gets through at least the Lincoln Sphere. Ace as well. Counter initiation in from AVULUS is just not good enough. They'll at least get through Tofu, but they've lost Smiling Knight. What will it cost Gaimin Gladiators here, though? Okay, Demonic Purge, or the Cleanse, onto Watson. Does at least allow him to continue running around. Finds Staneko in the backlines. No chance to react there with the Supernova. As now finally AVULUS, they're going to have to bail out. Watson, he has entered the game. Confidence restored here for Gaimin Gladiators as they will hold from losing a second lane of barracks. That was scary.
That's how long it took for Watson to join the game. I mean, to be fair though, he had like a couple moments where he tried to join the game, but they just couldn't execute the team fight coordination, you know, who's supposed to go in first, who's supposed to go in second, who to target on. They were just clearly not on the same page, you know.
Right, and now firing together.
Finally, they knew who to focus on, how to use their spells, how to chain their stuns together, and as a result, they have enough damage to win the team fight.
So Watson, he lost his courier that I think had the Bloodthorn upgrade on it. It was coming from the secret shop and got sniped by this mid-wave. So it's a bit unfortunate for him. He won't have Bloodthorn for another 3 minutes, plus the time it takes for his courier to deliver it.
He has a very aggressive build with Bloodthorn AC. I think I mentioned a lot about the SMY build on Elkmore. I think overall it's a more stable build because it gives you the status resist, it gives you the regen amp and everything. Sorry,
just checking around the map.
It's almost
any big items. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, there's still status. Oh, yeah.
Careful, Shibe. He's just running in. They see the Alk illusions. Someone's gonna make a jump onto the one. I think he thought it was real. I'm not really sure. Tofu connects 2 heroes on his Bramble Maze. Roshan is gonna respawn here shortly. There's a boar in the pit that scouted immediately here. So now AVULUS are completely aware of this. We've got all 5 heroes here.
I mean, they just need to do the same thing again. Let Watson initiate. And Doom has to just wait for his right chance to Doom a good target. Either the Storm, Beastmaster.
Yeah. Midwave's going to push in here, but Gaimin, they cannot afford to let this Roshan go for free. Third Rosh comes with an Ag's Blessing if he goes down within the next 2 minutes up in this top side of the map. Vision being set up now by Staneko as he's trying to sneak around. Gets 2 wards set up here. And now, AVULUS, they've got the high ground. Is it over, though, for Gaimin Gladiators? Tofu sets up... a ward here. They're going to see Stormer with that. Huskar makes the jump in here. There's going to be the follow-up from the Doom. There's the Doom now onto the Stormer. Watson entering this fight now. Stun's good on Ashibe, but the kill first. No, not quite yet onto the Doom. It's actually going to be Quinn in trouble first. He gets taken down. The Terrorize just a half-second late. Buybacks, though, from Stormer, who does die to the Doom. Huskar back in this fight immediately as well. So what is left to fight now? What's left in the tank? AVULUS still being able to bully Gaimin away for the time being. Ashibe jumps right back in. That's going to trigger the buyback now. Out from Ace. Ashibe does not have roar for 30, but does at least have the BKB as Eki. He's going to be baited now. Watson running around in this fight. No longer has that Chemical Rage active, but still has a ton of damage. Stormer jumps in on his second life. That's a dieback immediately on Ace. Gaimin running back for the hills now. Having lost a bit of confidence. Look at that damage. Oh my goodness, Smiling Knight with this Conda. Tearing apart Watson here. Self-disruption here to allow Watson to blink back, make sure he doesn't get stunned. Now they're going to make the jump back out of Stormer, who gets juked out by the blink of Watson. Quinn fighting through this one, takes down Shibe as well. Smiling Knight, he doesn't know who to go on either. Soneko's nearly dead here, gets the Force Staff on back, but that is a dieback on Stormer. Quinn, the last mid laner standing. Tofu looking for more. Doesn't have the Yule Scepter here to cancel anyone else from running away. Watson, though, he's back up with the Chemical Rage. Can't find anyone, stuns himself. Overall, a team fight victory here for Gaimin. Just barely they hold on to this, though.
You have 2 buybacks apiece. Gladiators use 2 buybacks on Doom and Huskar. AVULUS use it on the Hoodwing and the Storm, but they lost the Storm twice, so that's pretty bad for his own game. And now Quinn is going to have his hands on the Aegis though, so I think overall Gladiators are much happier with the outcome of this fight. They're going to get the Aghanims. Who's going to get the Aghanims here?
I think Quinn will. No. Yeah, Quinn's going to get it. It's such a good axe on him.
Oh yeah.
That's 3-second taunt duration through BKB. Just taunt unbelievably good.
The Storm is going to be a good target to taunt.
What a fight here. Watson getting that blink away here in the replay is just kind of what ends up baiting in AVULUS, that no one else really had much else left in the tank.
He's standing on the S-bit and with the AC aura, you know, giving him that extra bit of armor that allowed him to survive all those right clicks.
Deceptively tanky here. As Watson now, he's going to be looked to pay back the favor and build at least one Ag Scepter for one of his teammates. That'll probably go to Celery at this point. You have to imagine. The Doom, maybe? Does he need the AoE Doom this game? There's a couple of Lincolns.
I think the SD Axe is actually more valuable than the Doom.
Okay.
Because you want the target, the multiple charges for purging the Brute and the Beastmaster, right? I think you want to purge both of the cores. When Stormcast doesn't care as much, but you also get charges for the cleanse, which is also very nice.
And then you can cleanse your Alk and Huskar, right? At the same time. Or just 2 cleanses for your favorite.
Let's see who he buys the Aghanims for. He has enough gold now.
He does. He probably wants to save buyback, though, I reckon. Oh, and he might just kill Soneko here.
Should be
More staff.
Beamer.
Off the map. Nice. Glimmer. Indeed. Good play there by Soneko. Top lane, Smiling Knight. He might run into Quinn. I guess maybe Quinn will run into him. Tofu is well nearby, ready to make this play. Tofu does actually find the spider farming. Enemies coming through the Twin Gate and TPing to the outpost as well. There's that taunt. No way to TP away here, Smiling Knight. He goes down. A big catch, and that is just a reminder of that Ag's blessing from Roche. A big catch here for Gaimin Gladiators. Wait, AVULUS are smoked?
They're still coming.
Smokes. It's going to break on Elk. They actually do find him here. BKB active. Roar is out. Do they actually have the damage? Terrorize is incoming, forcing both BKBs, but the Sunray, on top of all the right-click damage, comes through from AVULUS. They pick off the Elk. Okay.
He needed the SD to be around. SD was too far away.
What a jump in there from AVULUS. Decisively, both cores are sniped around the map. We saw that refresh as well from the Beastmaster. He says, I am the carry now. Picks up that amplified damage rune. He's got another roar to ghost here, so he's still quite lethal, honestly. Ooh. This is a really back and forth game, Winter.
Late game Dota, man. At this stage, with the Storm, with heroes like Beastmaster, Brute as well. Everything can be very chaotic. Even the supports, you know, I think the SD and the Phoenix, these are 2 heroes that are very, very high impact in late game fights when you have items.
Sure.
I think Phoenix can finish the refresher. It's also going to be a very big deal in the team fight.
I agree.
It kind of then forces you to rethink who you have to focus, right? You might have to consider going on the Phoenix first at that point.
Further complicating the team fight here for Gaimin Gladiators, who have just recently started getting it right. And are kind of, you know, their base shows the signs of struggle, isn't it? They've almost lost a tier 4 tower here, so they've got to be careful for these super creeps that are keeping this mid-wave shoved in. I mean, it's something to mention. You got a phenomenal push still on the side of AVULUS, should it come down to some sort of rat race here. But with an Aegis here for 90 seconds, I don't really see that happening too soon. So Huskar is still sitting here comfortably. Soon to hit level 25. You can see Celery has been promoted, shall we say, to shadowing his cores and ready to use his purges and cleanses.
Where is his Aghanim, sir? Oh no, he didn't buy the Aghanim, he bought his SNY.
Yeah, there you
go. Boots, right? Yeah, he saw his boots.
Yeah.
I don't need support to carry me, says Watson. I am going to do the heavy lifting myself.
Last minute on the Aegis Winter. They see a shield rune in the river. Is that worth dying for, Seneko? He says no. No, it's not.
Yeah.
And on scan.
Okay, they're going to see.
AVULUS, they know there are heroes here. Let's get tense. Top lane, I think those are spiderlings shoving in. So top and mid will both need some attention. Just a disgusting amount of push.
You need to pay attention to the buybacks. There's only 4 buybacks available now. Elk, Brood, Phoenix, and SD, so pretty even.
Yeah, very true.
To each side. And you're gonna be considering fighting at places where your buybacks can be more valuable.
Right. Everyone bought back around the same time, to be honest. So they're all gonna be up, you know, and recharged by then. Someone who might not have the money for it is looking like maybe Stormstormer. Pretty far off of it at this point as Quinn. He's a hero he wants to kill. He's going to go in pretty deep here. He ends up getting roared and just completely on the wrong side of the river. They can't save him. He got kited so far. Stormstormer makes a huge jump to the other side of the map now as Tofu's Aeon Disc will proc. They're going to keep giving Shay. Sharpshooter's going to miss, but they've got vision here thanks to the Spiderlings. Stormstormer, even without mana here, gets just enough for the Shiva's active, and I don't think there's a way out of this one now for Tofu, although, no, not quite. Drops a gem in his wake, which is going to be recovered. Nice warrior micro there.
Have no buyback, so this is very, very problematic, you know. They probably know about the Queen buyback on cooldown if they calculate it.
Yeah, they definitely know.
It's coming off cooldown in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. It's going to be pretty tight, but that could be the difference between another lane of racks or not. As the big wave is pushing in mid, your tier 3's already gone down. And we'll save the Fortify here.
Brood is very, very strong now with the level 25 base attack.
Yeah,
time.
The BAT duration. They're going to look for Megas here, Winter. They're going to look to try and force this buyback. I think they're going to have it down to a T, so Quinn will have buyback in just 5 seconds. Smiley Knight getting ready to go as they can catch him with the Doom. There's going to be the Supernova on top. Smiley Knight's already dead. He's bought back. So has this Huskar, though. Watson in a little bit of trouble as Stormstormer looking to pick up these supports. Watson needs a save, and he's not going to get any, but he has a buyback. He can save himself using the power of capitalism. Ace chasing after more. Gets rooted by the Hawk, so he can't actually find anyone else. And that is that. More buybacks forced from Gaimin, but they do not get Megas here. They force the buyback of the Broodmother, who I imagine is going to immediately look for this next Roshan. Ooh.
Very, very tense, you know, still. There's still one more fight. One more fight. It's
going to be for Roche, I think, isn't it?
I think the moment Soneko gets Aghanims, it's going to be... He needs to be killed first, you know, in the team fights, you know. Otherwise, he's just going to save the hero.
Yeah.
It's going to just make it so that you might have to just doom the Phoenix, you know. And that's going to make it so easy for the Brood, the Storm, and Beast to play the game.
The only other thing I can see them doing is stacking Lincolns, like just buying other Lincolns, because it seems like they broke Lincolns with like an Orchid or something. Not really sure what broke Lincolns there, but it...
Probably Orchid there.
Right? Looks like it. Or the Bloodthorn to be more specific, but they just absolutely demolished him there. They got plenty of stuns to follow through. And that goes 2,000 gold in.
Roshan is going to start to maybe spawn in 20 seconds. It's nighttime, so
everyone's
going to go top.
It's a really interesting one. If it's a long Roche timer, it will end up being daytime. Of course, teams, the fastest spawn is within these 10 seconds.
Yeah, I guess AVULUS wants a longer spawn, right? So the creeps are going to go into the base. They don't want...
Yep, and then They don't have to really push back. Although, given the positioning of the waves, Quinn, he just has to TP back and deal with them.
20 seconds.
That it is.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Unbeknownst to AVULUS, the entirety of Gaimin have TP'd back home. They just have to deal with these waves. They've lost a tier 4 tower. Mid and bot are both shoving hard. And there's constantly Spiderlings also pushing this top lane.
Yeah, Brood also has a Scuddy. So the Elk is going to be very, very easy to kill in a team fight.
If she can click him. That's been the problem for Smiley Knight in these last few fights.
I guess she's going to wait. I think she should wait, see how the fight develops. Same like the Doom. She has to look for an opening before she just go in. You know? She can't be the front line now.
So then how do AVULUS start fights? With the Storm, I guess?
Storm or the Beast? I think both of them are fine. You know, just let the Storm poke and prod, jump around, give vision with Shiva, and then see if you find the right target and then commit, you know. Because they don't really have to commit with the Storm yet, you know, you can just wait and see for the right moment.
Very well.
With the Roshan in the coffers, this is going to make the last Rex quite easy for them. They just need to just use the Brood. I guess the Brood can hit it with the... Did he get the Aegis on Brood? Yeah, Brood got Aegis, so Brood can hit the rest. Okay. And the rest just sit behind and watch.
Wait, who took that next Ag's Blessing? Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix did.
Oh, Phoenix. Okay, this is hard.
Okay.
It is so hard.
2 saves.
Actually just the Doom target.
Yep. It's going to be dangerous here, and they're going to go straight in for this push as well. Quinn up on the high ground defending. They've got vision of him here, and that banner, most importantly, also setting up. They're going to make the jump onto Quinn now. They know that he doesn't have buyback, and he's dead for 2 minutes.
That's it.
Gaimin.
That has to be it. I mean, Watson self-stun. Oh, no.
Yeah. Watson on the side. He's going to be caught now by the roar. Smiley Knight able to tank through everything here with the BKB active. They're trying to keep him alive. Celery doing his best there, but he just doesn't have enough. Oh, even with the cleanses, they still get the kill. Stormstormer going in deep without mana, but 2 heroes over on the side of Gaimin now without buyback. AVULUS pushing these tier 4 towers. They desperately needed a win here, Winter. And now, onto the tier 4 towers. Gaimin, they're going to call it. It's game 1. It's going to go the way of AVULUS. In this 2-game series, what a game out from them.
They keep their tournament lives intact, you know, AVULUS.
How things are going here as we jump into our second game between Gaimin Gladiators and AVULUS. AVULUS able to outfight Gaimin in the first game of this BO2 series. They now stand at 5 and 6, while Gaimin Gladiators are at 6 and 5. Liquid and Perivision currently leading Group A with 7 wins each heading into this game. I'm not sure how their series is currently progressing, but you can catch them on either the Embers or the Storm streams. But if you're here to see some Stormer Puck and some Saneko Chen, you've come to the right stream. I don't really know if we're seeing a whole lot of Chen outside of Saneko. I think we've seen a couple of heroes, I remember. Oh, sorry, a couple of other Chen games.
Well, Chen with Bristleback is aggression 101. Chen, Bristleback, Puck, Dawnbreaker. And Puck and Dawnbreaker is already a very cool combo. Coil into Solar Guardian. I mean, we saw a very cool one yesterday. Mars Arena into Solar Guardian, which also really worked well. Shard. Oh,
ooh, just off the mark. Arrow still actually catches Saneko, so they might have been able to kill him if they had just kept running at him, but it's not going to happen this time around. I also saw Drinking Buddies was the facet of choice here for our Tusk. Our observer keen to point that one out as a nice D ward there. Teamwork makes the dream work, making sure Celery could not get the D ward.
Bright and breezy.
Drinking Buddies.
I guess that makes more sense. I think tag team is better if you have a lane that can take advantage of it. But I guess if you're going to play it as a 5, that rarely tends to be the case. Am I crazy?
I think as position 4, if you're roaming around, the tag team is just easier to utilize when you're ganking. Tag team, and then you want to combine with the punch to do damage. With the Drinking Buddies, it's a bit more tricky, you know, when you're rotating. I think it's good for saving your carry. If you're playing around your carry, you just want to buff the carry. Drinking Buddies is probably the most solid one. But when you're playing around the map, tag team, and also Roshan, you know, just gives you a lot more value.
Sure.
So, okay, so the side lanes. Which lane? Oh, we're looking at mid first. So Puck against Tanking. Puck's tanking is kind of like the boring one. SF Tusk against Dawn. Dawn and Hoodwink, this is like a lane that could be very, very unstable. I think the Dawn Hoodwink has a lot of opportunities to kill the SF. But same goes for the SF and Tusk, right? When they get level 3, there's a lot of potential. Shot block, and then you get the triple race off.
Bit of a race to level 3 here, isn't it?
Even level 2 can be a scary time, you know. I think level 2, there's also a lot of opportunities to kill if you step in the wrong area. I think especially for Hoodwink, Dawnbreaker can probably play a little bit more aggressive. He's going to hammer in level 2.
There's level 2. Yeah. They're looking for Watson now. Ice Shard's keeping Eki at range, but it's not going to save the life of Watson here ultimately. A nice play there. Seneko dropping a tip all the way from the top lane. That'll get a chuckle out of Eki. Yeah, this is a phenomenal start.
The same lane as Clock and SF. I think Clock SF, this is harder to happen because you can protect the SF with the battery assault or the power cogs. With Tusk, it's more like you need to be aggressive, right? If you're not trying to kill them, Tusk has like a harder time saving the SF when the Dawn and the Hoodwink is trying to kill the SF.
I'm just laughing over that furious pinging to deny the one melee creep. They're really trying to squeeze every single little bit of efficiency out of this lane, it seems like, for AVULUS, as that's a nice half pull from Celery. While that half pull's happening, maybe we can check in on top lane, right? We haven't really looked up there too much, just to see how things are progressing here for Ace, who did go for Thunderbolts, so he does not have that double jump shield crash. So Neko here looks like he does get tagged, pardon me, by the shield crash. So Ace, with the slow, easily has a kill picked up here. Not much Smiling I can do about it.
Yeah, very, very far up, you know, from the Chen. Just a little bit too near the Mirana. Just got hit by the arrow and just a very easy kill. And Lotus, arrow, nice.
Yep.
The Lotus from Smiling Knight, and Ace gets the free one.
It's what I call a Seek and Strike special arrow, because those are the only ones I can miss when he's standing still.
I usually miss the ones that are standing still.
I know, man. They're the hardest ones to hit, you know? You never know if he's going to make a move or not. But good secure there. Mid lane, like we said, still a little bit boring. That one might spice up a little bit here, closer to the 6-minute mark. But I think all you need to see for now is they're fairly even. Stormstormer's just going to be playing around the range, really, of Quinn as much as he can. A lot of damage tanked here. Yes, of course, the Puckish, making sure you tower aggro to get a little bit of HP and mana back. But no supports are able to rotate this early here to really change the outcome of this lane so far.
The side lanes are very, very like contested side lanes, right? Especially the bot lanes, so the supports are constantly going to be staying on the lane as long as you can.
All right.
Shot, not going to land the block.
Off the mark. I said that, but Tofu manages to sneak away from the top lane. He actually steals away the water rune, so Stormstormer is, you know, a little shy on regen now.
Smiling Knight in trouble. Bristleback trying to run.
Yeah. Oh, I think Ace has got him there. That level 1 penitence isn't really going to change much, unfortunately. Ooh, no, not really big stacks happening up here as Stormstormer is being bullied behind his tier 1 tower here. Before the 5-minute wave, very well timed illusory orb there, still gets the banner creep. What kind of creep is Seneko trying to grab here, I wonder? I saw him with what, one of the satyrs, didn't I? Yeah, he's got the mana burn creep and now a ghost. But again, it's just so difficult, right, with this arrow cooldown being what it is.
Yeah, and Pango is also one of the better heroes at dealing with creeps, right? Because all your spells, they're physical, right? All these creeps have very little armor. It's easy for you to kill them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. So top lane going really well right now for the side of Gaimin. Mid is starting to have a little bit of a lead ever since that tower play here, as Quinn's actually, he might be able to set up for something here. Only a level 1 burrow strike. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit difficult with Stormstormer's current HP, but he does pull the wave off of the tower to make sure the tower kills the wagon. So that's an important move here for Stormstormer before he TPs back after refilling bottle.
Yeah, bot lane Dawn is doing really well against the SF. 31 and 8 right now. SF is quite far behind with 18 and 1.
They're gonna try and kill Quinn here? Not so sure about it. Looking for the TP out. Silenced. And yeah, they have the kill actually just in time.
That was very big. Now he has no TP. He has to walk all the way out of the base. So that's a very, very big sign of relief for Stormstormer, which he was getting pressured by Queen very, very hard the last 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. And now he's actually going to end up with this first power rune. You asked me that 30 seconds ago. I thought there's no way this puck ends up with the power rune. Completely uncontested. Invis into the bottle.
If he can actually use the power rune to actually get the wisdom. You know. Try to fight for the wisdom. He's going to AWP. Is he going to go to the side? Yeah, he's going to go to the wisdom.
He's got level 6 here as well, by the way. And there's a wave on that mid tower, so Quinn has to run back and deal with it. In the meantime, he might just join this fight. Tofu, yeah, that's a rude awakening there. Puck to the face.
No, he's gonna call.
No, he wants the second kill. And they might just have it here. 4 heroes up in this top lane here at the moment as both supports trying to take down Ace. Ace, not really no way out of this one. He's gonna die. And that leaves Seneko for the run.
Okay,
he'll get it.
Tofu make it? 2 seconds?
No,
yeah,
he's too
gonna
slow.
Make it. Oh, this is huge.
Ooh, he's trying, but no, he's too slow. Seneko, he gets away with this rune. Tofu is going to know he's nearby, but guesses incorrectly on the arrow. And there's not a whole lot else he could do there. A very nice sequence of events there from AVULUS, which just kind of, that kicks off Winter from the supports rotating mid, right? That's all it was.
They rotated mid, they helped the puck, and now the puck returns the favor, you know? This is what you want. You have to help each other, Richie. Just like how I help you all the time.
That's true. That's true. You help me all the time.
Okay, it's probably the other way around. You are the one. Okay, Dawnbreaker
but it's
with Solar Guardian available. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was gonna say it's 2 wisdoms, obviously, right, for AVULUS. So now their supports, when they come through rotating through the gates, like right now, here they come. Oh, he's in trouble. Smiling Eye, he's going to catch up to him. He's going to look for a TP out. I think they have enough damage. No, they don't.
That was a little bit.
Yeah. And, well, a nice reaction time there from Watson. Gets him just to the tier 2 tower to safety. That's where he wants to be anyway. Quinn, he's going to TP down bottom, actually. Okay. Okay. Eager to defend the safe lane tower for his SF.
Yep, the Sand King is the designated tower defender with Sandstorm.
It's true. He's got an amplified damage rune as well.
Yeah, one of the best heroes to defend towers with. If you're gonna try to kill or kick the Sand King out, you're probably gonna take a lot of damage as well, so making it very, very risky.
Very true. The Stormstormer doing what he can here to the tier 1 tower in the Sand King's wake, as some stacks not getting made here. As well as in this dire triangle, Eki is going to kick things off here with a double stack, but I think there's 3 stacks in each camp there for Gaimin. Stormstormer getting some really good damage on this tower. Might threaten things. Oh, the arrow is just a second late. And Stormstormer, he even gets the illusory orb off. He's going to be just fine. It's a little bit of a wasted opportunity there for Gaimin, unfortunately. It would have been a really big pickoff onto the puck.
That was very, very unfortunate. But what can you do, you know? Sometimes things like that happen. So they have to try to find a move elsewhere. Maybe top, you know, try to open that side of the map.
Yeah, we've got a Pangolier roll, right? Still a little bit left of an amplified damage, and of course that's Epicenter ready to go, and a full Vessel, by the way, online for Ace. This is really interesting. A lot of times Pangos used to go for this kind of an item build when offlane Pangos were still taking double jump all the time. Not the case here, but it's still a pretty late boots after that first item. An Orchid for Shibe. We saw an Ags Rush the last time we saw the offlane Dawn, didn't we? By damage, and of course that's Epicenter ready to go, and a full Vessel, by the way, online for Ace. This is really interesting. A lot of times Pangos used to go for this kind of an item build when offlane Pangos were still taking double jump all the time. Not the case here, but it's still a pretty late boots after that first item. An Orchid for Shibe. We saw an Ags Rush the last time we saw the offlane Dawn, didn't we? Okay, there's going to be the ultimate. Nice job on that Jostling Rift to pull the Tusk back on in. Celery gets off a snowball, but he's being dragged further away and into trouble, really. A tanky lad here, Winter, but they eventually will be able to club that seal.
So you were talking about builds on Dawnbreaker. That's like a couple. You can go Blade Mill, you can go the Aghanim's, you can go like SMY. He's going for Orchid to try to catch the the Pango, I think.
Okay. I like the idea of a blade mail this game, but we'll see how that Orchid works out.
I feel like the Orchid can be like, it's a very double-edged sword, right? Because it doesn't give you survivability, it's all-out aggression. Right? It gives you damage and just the silence so you can kill people. But when you're getting jumped on, it doesn't really help you survive.
Sure.
That's when an item like S and Y kind of gives you everything. S and Y helps you get the luminosity charges up, gives you HP, helps you with the heal and everything.
Yep. Sorry, I was just going to say that here's where we're going to start to see a little bit of a difference in the level 6s from those wisdom runes start to play out. AVULUS able to push for that tier 1 tower mid without really anything to say out from game, and Quinn was too busy farming those big stacks in the triangle and then had to go home and heal, so he will come back without that tier 1 top. But Watson, after he lives down bottom, he's able to defend very nicely here.
Ace?
Ooh, no, Ace.
Trouble.
They hit him with the coil here. They're going to need a little bit more, but they've got a bushwhack into the sharpshooter from Eki. That's a very nice pick off here onto the Pangolier. It's going to get stunned by Soneko's creep. Soneko realizes he might have to sacrifice one for the cause. Still a very nice cast on those ice shards to get himself out of any harm's way. That's Watson's farm coming along. Pretty fine, I guess. He's had a bit more of a difficult lane, hasn't he? As that was the hand of God. That was for mid. Snowstormer's alive as a result. Epicenter onto Eki. He still denies the rune. That man, he had one goal in life.
I comment that thing, man. Remember what I always tell you? It's always worth for the support to die for the rune in the early game.
Yeah.
Precisely what you do.
And a very nice thing. He knew he had basically nothing else that he could do. As Tofu's gonna block a couple camps up here. Doesn't really want the Chen to just be happily farming away here. Oh, that's actually not in the camp. Wow, that's got a really small spawn box.
Wow, okay.
Right? I thought for sure those rocks would have been kind of the creeps marking their claim, but I guess not. You're just kind of lawn decorations.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, state of the game wise, they're still kind of, I think AVULUS, they're still kind of waiting for Dawn to finish the Orchid. Then they can maybe use it to pick off the, I think the Pango or the Sand King would be very good targets to kill to open up the map. Because those two heroes, they are kind of like defending and clearing waves very easily. Snowball, Eki, he's stuck. He's punched.
Yep. Yeah, he's arrowed.
Rolling thunder, he's arrowed, he's everything, he's dead.
He's dead. He's everything but alive there. That's true. And Winter, I gotta be honest with you. If I just think about the play style of a Dawnbreaker, right? She differs in one main way. She's similar to a Spectre in the way that she joins fights, but she's different in one big way, in that it's not instant, right? And because Spectre's instant on her haunts or whatever Shadow steps in, Orchid makes a lot of sense on that hero.
Yeah.
But Orchid doesn't make as much a sense for a hero with this global ulti like the Dawnbreaker. I must be missing something here.
Yeah, because you're not moving.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives you mana regen, right? Mana regen is very nice on this hero, but he already has like Soul Ring.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's. I don't think it's a bad item. I think it can work. I see the value of it this game. Certainly, don't get me wrong. It's just for me, I'm not sure if it really naturally fits the kit as much. But I'm ready and willing to always be proved wrong.
Whenever you're going for Orchid, it's always like a risky build. Because if you buy the item and you don't get like a kill, like usually you need like 1 or 2 key pickoffs to make the item valuable for you.
Oh, here they go. Yeah, they coil.
I've seen this
onto Ace
movie before.
I have as well, but this one might have a different ending. Ace gets a little bit of that shield back, but he doesn't really have Rolling Thunder anyway, so he still dies. Might as well get off that little urn charge, or the vessel charge even. And so Quinn moves into the enemy jungle. He's going to steal a few camps here, force a rotation to defend the tower. Everything moving according to plan here until Quinn at least gets that Bloodstone online. But yeah, I mean, we'll see when this Orchid, you know, ends up making a difference, right? Because that's my only question mark here. It's been ready for a while now for Shibe. He's had Orchid and, you know, he's got about another 1,000 gold in the bank. So, still waiting for this reveal. Or the reveal. Maybe it'll be here. Quinn, he's going to get jumped. There is no coil. They also have tag here. Celery won't be able to land the first punch, but the second will connect as Quinn thinking about making a reinitiation here. Unfortunately, the ward is going to get de-warded. Watson showing up in case he was needed. But ultimately, no fight here sparks. So, just back to a little bit of farming. And what items are we looking for here on people? Like, I guess BKB for Watson, right? He's probably going to be a little bit quiet until then. You've got this Ag Scepter on the carry bristle, right? We saw Smiley Knight having that one ready to go. Now bottom, it's in action. What else do you want here?
Roshan. I mean, both sides have very easy lineup to kill Roshan.
Yeah, that's true.
Bristleback, SF, Tusk. I guess not tag team, but even drinking buddies help. Seems like it's gonna just be about like finding the pickoff. You know, both sides are trying to find a pickoff into objectives, and they're doing a really good job, like dodging each other. And here Watson is in a dangerous position. If he gets caught, he's gonna die.
Sure. Stormer might think about it here. Looking for vision, doesn't find any. Otherwise, I think he makes that jump. Not doing a good job of not finding each other is a good way of saying it is 4 to 7, 16 minutes in. Generally, not the slowest game of Dota we've ever seen, but not the fastest one either. And so AVULUS, they're going to go for an objective now. They have a lot of their waves pushed in. Bottom's maybe the one wave where now Gaimin will think something is up. This Roche already about 3/4 dead.
Yeah, too fast. They can't do much about it. Just crystal back.
Plenty of minus armor. And Roche will go down. First Aegis now into the inventory of Smiley Knight. Celery realizing he no longer has the luxury of farming that wave. Interesting. Did Tsuneko not go mech? Is this what Chens are doing these days? I have not been playing a lot of Chen, just the straight Solar Crest rush. Ah.
I think eventually you're gonna get a mech. Probably next cycle.
Yeah.
He's
He's
queuing up a pipe first. I don't know. Like the pipe's really good against the Sand King, but Pango is physical, Tusk physical, SF physical, yeah, and Mirage some physical with the Solar Flare.
Yeah, I don't really know what to make of it. I mean, Tsuneko, he loves his weird heroes, his Chens, his Oracles in this kind of a meta where they're not favored generally. Rolling Thunder, getting ready to roll here. And Ace is actually going to go for it. He's looking for all of these creeps now. They're going to have that kill, but over in the mid lane, unfortunately for Gaimin, AVULUS have found just, frankly, the bigger fish. Drinking Buddies is going to be able to get Watson up to the high ground. Stormstormer continuing to give chase. They've got Watson now with the goo. Celery realizes he's going to have to punch someone as they're looking for the Requiem, but the Orchid! It's going to make a difference here, Winter! Down goes Watson. The Orchid reveal couldn't have gone better, and these heroes are getting ran down. Smiley Knight held back, but just for a moment as Stormstormer able to jump in to secure the kill. It's only going to be the supports that end up dropping here for the side of AVULUS. Essentially a perfect fight for them.
Yeah, very, very clutch with the Orchid there. If SF got the Requiem off, maybe they would have been able to cleanly disengage and just run away. So big plays there by Jibe on the Orchid. Now he's very, very close to his Aghanim. That's going to be a huge power up for their team fight. It's going to pretty much block a lot of the SF strike taking damage in the team fight, and also kind of give you like a stun, right? A BKB piercing stun where you can toggle when you're coming down. Queen.
Oh, this is live?
In trouble.
Oh my goodness. Oh, just gets out of dodge. Unfortunately, he's going to get caught up with a right click. Not good enough there to get through the shield of the Pavise. But Stormstormer, he's going to get him eventually. And now Eki realizing, no, actually, it's Stormstormer who's running in and finding kills. Smiley Knight lets loose the machine gun of bristles as this time Watson quick on the draw with the Requiem of Souls. But is there any follow-up damage? Is there anything he can really do here? Ace, he's going to at least run down this squirrel. But look at where Smiley Knight and Stormstorm are at. And look at how fast Watson is going down. Smiley Knight just too tanky with the Bloodstone active. Says, keep hitting me, stop hitting me, and hit me, he says. Ace, he does get the roll-up off, but this is looking like another one fight. Nowhere to hide as well as that second daylight comes in. And this is just a team wipe in favor of AVULUS.
Yeah, they have a very, very solid like combo, you know, like coil into the hoodwing and into like, they even have the Dawnbreaker ulti there, you know, they were able to overpower them. Like, this is just like so much easier for them to initiate.
And when's it gonna stop? When's it gonna stop here? Celery. Oh, a little sneaky move here, but will he be able to get away is an entirely different question. Absolutely not.
Yeah, the puck's just
Stormer is just doing too much damage.
Angle, the stanking, the cuts like with the silence and being annoying with the leash. They just can't really like enter the fights, you know, if the puck finds them first. And the puck has a lot of like ways of finding them, right? Either with the orb, the silence, you know, he's winking around. He's very aggressive. He knows that he has the Solar Guardian behind him, so he can be very aggressive.
Yep, and I just took that Tormentor so fast. Eki, he now has, with that Hunter's Boomerang, if I'm not mistaken, and he has a Rod of Atos. This is fantastic for him. Everything is turning up AVULUS here.
Tofu bot should be a free pick-off here.
Yeah, it looks like it, especially with another route ready to go. Silence, and I think they have that kill. Orchid Burn should do him in. Yeah, even if he does hide behind a nice tree. They're looking for more. They've caught a bigger fish. It's Quinn again here. They just clean him up. Quinn kind of looking a little bit distraught after that one, kind of just, you know, shaking his head a little bit, it seems. We only really get that right side of his face, but I can't imagine the left side of his face looked any happier.
Yep, they're very, very lost, you know. They have no idea where to move as a team, what to do. And it's just like very, very troubling times here if you're Gladiators fans, you know, watching the game unfold this way.
Yeah, it's got to be a bit frustrating, like you said, right? It's just not really coming together at this point. All three cores now with a pretty big lead on AVULUS as this first Aegis will expire. But you look at the map control and the damage, the net worth that they've managed to accumulate. Winter, just 10 minutes ago, I was complaining about how slow this game is. Since then, AVULUS have really picked up the pace, found two really great fights, and have built a net worth lead of 14K in 22 minutes. That's impressive, especially because a lot of this, I imagine, was on this Aegis. Even just at 15 minutes, the net worth difference was less than 3,000. So quite the acceleration of pace here as Stormer. He's going to whiff on that go around. He's going to actually eat an arrow as well. Quinn's TPing into the trees. I think they can make a go at this here. They've already lost Tofu. Illusory Orb is out as well. But Quinn, he saw where that one went. Pretty good damage with the Hand of God. Stormer still tanking through this one as long as he can anyway. Ace thinking about giving chase here. He's going to probably have to settle, though, only for the Chen. That is until Stormer jumps back on in, and that's a Solar Guardian target with the Ag Scepter active. The Orchid again onto Watson. He doesn't have any way to purge this, and he's going to fall as well. Okay, Winter boy, has Shebe proven me wrong about the Orchid, because it's looked like the perfect item. Stormer styling on them as he picks up the kill underneath Tier 4 towers in the base. And the GG is dropped. That's it. GG from GG.
They have no answers for the puck, right? The puck is just making the team fight so damn difficult for the Gladiators.